Hello and welcome to the second week of our Build Your Handstand challenge. In this week, we are going to take it into a mini handstand and start to properly build upper body strength. Let's start this class here now with a wide straddle, hands on your hips. And now I would like you to take deep squats here, really making sure that you are pushing the knees out to the side here over the toes, and also watch out for your lower back rounding. We don't want to curl the lower back. We want to do the exact opposite. Always keep a straight back and deep squat so you can bring the upper back a little bit further front here into a diagonal. And let's do 5 more. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, great. Now just step the leg back, the left one here, into a wide lunge, pushing the knee very straight here, pushing the heel into the floor. And then place your hands on your right knee here and bend the right knee more so that the back heel is coming off the floor, and then you straighten and you try to come a little bit closer to the leg. And then we repeat that. So you bend the right leg and come a little bit closer to the leg. So this can really be adjusted to any kind of flexibility. So you can go a bit lower if you like here, or you can stay quite high up, placing the hands here on your thighs. So it's bend and straighten and bend and straighten and come a bit closer to the leg here. Okay, step the feet back together. And then let's bring the right leg back here. First of all, making sure the back leg is very, very straight, pushing the heel into the floor. And now adjust your stance slightly if you need to. Place the hands here on your thighs and bend. Allow the back heel to come off the floor, straighten, and then come a bit closer to your leg. And bend and straighten and bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Okay, great. We'll come back to this. Step the feet back together. And this time we're going to take shoulder rolls first with the right side here. And this time I am leading with my elbow. Hand is placed on your right hip, and I'm leading the movement with my elbow here into a big circle. And like we did in all of the other arm circles, try to create a really big circle here, reaching far behind you here with the hand, leading upwards with the elbow first. Okay, let's try to reverse this. So again, when I go to the back, I try to lead with the elbow first, and then I have to turn my arm into a loop. You will naturally do it. Start the movement here with leading with the elbow, and then naturally your arm turns to the front, and then the elbow sinks down here in front. So lead with the elbow here towards the back, and then the elbow comes down in front of you. So it creates like a spiraling movement here in the shoulder. Okay, let's do the other side. Same thing. Place your right hand on your left hip, and then lead with the elbow first to the front, big arm circle. Okay, let's reverse it. Lead with the elbow to the back, and then your arm's going to turn so that the front elbow also comes down. Natural spiral occurring in the joint. All right, okay. And then step the legs just a tiny bit further apart than hip width, and we are going to spiral backwards like we did yesterday on the stretch day. Same thing. We're going to start low, bring the arms up higher, follow the hands with your eyes if you like. Keep the hips pointing front. And let's just pass through this here a little bit faster than yesterday. Coming up to horizontal now. Really reach far behind you. Keep the hip bones facing front like headlights. Reach, reach, and then bring it higher than horizontal into a diagonal, and then eventually here into a high diagonal. Okay, very good. Let's circle the shoulders. 1, 2, 3 to the front. 1, 2, 3. And arms in front of you, hands flexed, elbows are straight. Arms above the head, check, are the elbows still straight? And now try to make sure your arms here are close to your head and not wide. Let's elevate the shoulders for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. And relax. Let's just repeat one more time what we talked about last week about the shoulders going front, creating a flat back position, and then retreating here into the shoulder socket and allowing the chest to sink low. So like this here with the arms in front of you and the elbows straight, I'm going to repeat many times that you have to straighten your elbows. You'll be tired of it by the end of these 30 days. And again, imagine like you're pushing a heavy object away from you, just like we did here when I asked you to imagine you're pushing these two wardrobes away. So now push the wardrobe to the front, but with your shoulders only. Core engagement. Pull the front of your stomach in towards your spine. So the hands are in front of you and flexed. Now push to the front, really pushing the shoulders here to the front as much as possible, and then bring them back. Push to the front. Bring them back. Let's do 8 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, great. And relax. We will come back to this in a second. And circle the wrists, really grabbing the air for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Use every joint in your fingers. Shovel the air towards you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, great. Open and close the fingers. Full extension, full fist. Open and close faster and faster and faster, and relax. Let's come back to pushing the shoulders front and back. Now this time, in the next round, I would like you to add the curve in the upper back. So you will feel naturally that as your shoulders move to the front, the upper back thoracic spine comes into a round position. Your neck slightly drops, and that's what we want. That's what we're going to put into our mini handstand in a minute. So bring the hands here in front, and then push the shoulders to the front, and then allow this to affect the upper body, coming into a curve of the upper back. So make sure that you're not pushing the hips back. Make sure that the curve really happens in the upper back, which is the part here where your shoulder blades sit. Push to the front, slightly bend the knees here, and also tuck the hips slightly to the front here, and the neck stays in line with the curve of your spine. So let's add this and do the exact same thing for 10, pushing the shoulders to the front, adding the curve, and back, and add the curve, and back, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. Very good. Meet me on the floor here on your back. Very, very quick leg stretch. that we know from last week. Bring the right knee in towards your chest, straighten the leg, make sure the knee is straight, point the toe, and now pull the leg further towards you. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and bring the leg down. Other leg, left knee comes into the chest, straighten the left leg, knee is straight, toes are pointed, and then pull the leg further towards you. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Pull both knees in towards the chest. Okay, great. And then bring both feet down back to the floor. Now, this time we are going to use our legs to prepare the core. And the first exercise is this one, where you are going to try and push the lower back into the floor as much as possible. So front of the stomach pulls towards the spine, and you're really trying to like bring the lower back flush on the mat here on the floor. And then you lift your right leg. You keep the knee here in line with the left knee, and you just hold it there, making sure the knee is straight. Let's hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you use less of the core, then your thighs work harder. And of course, you can just hold the leg as well by purely using the strength in your legs, but we want to connect it to the core. So really make sure you keep pushing down into the floor. Let's do the same thing on the other side. And lift the left leg, push the back into the floor. Make sure that your left knee is very straight. Look at your left knee. Check, is it straight? Point your left toe and then hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. Now bring both knees up here into a 90-degree angle in the legs, and now just again push the lower back into the floor and move the shins here to the front and find the point where it is just challenging enough for you to hold your lower back in that position. Let's hold it here together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the legs down. And now we're going to lift the shoulder blades off the floor. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling, and lift your hands up to your knees so that they're hovering by the side of your knees. Chin is folded into the chest. Let's hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wonderful. Okay, great. And gracefully come back up to sitting to meet me in a 4-point position for our wrist warm up. And we are going to repeat what we did last week already, where first of all, we're going to spread the fingers wide, rocking front and back. Make sure you push the fingers into the floor and rock front and back. Okay, and now place the right hand here close to your knee and bring the palm flat onto the floor. Back in line with the other hand, left 1 steps back and back in line. Right 1 steps back, back in line, left, right, left, right. Okay, great. Now you can adjust the knees a bit, come to a sitting position. Now we're going to turn the fingers outwards so that the hands here on the floor create like a 180-degree fan, this position. And then first of all, make sure your elbows are straight. And when you've straightened your elbows, then move the shoulders into a position where they sit right above the wrists here, and just gently rock back and front. No big movement. Make sure your elbows are straight. And then left to right, very small movement, gentle movement, left to right. And then let's go in a circle. Small movements. Gently massaging the palm into the floor. It's just about moving at your maximum mobility range, not pushing it a lot further. Okay, great. Fingers fan out here to the front, arms in a diagonal. Lift the fingers up here for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Move the hands into a diagonal in front here. Adjust the knees and bring them slightly further back. And we are going to bring the shoulders low onto the floor. And breathe. Push the shoulders slightly up to your ears. For an extra challenge, bring the hands here up onto your fingers. Okay, come back to your 4-point position. Let us now add the thing we did in the beginning to rounding the back, bringing the shoulders to the front in the 4-point position. Yeah, so push to the front, curve the back in the 4-point position. Push the shoulders to the front and curve the back as much as you can. And bring everything back down. Curve the back, push the shoulders to the front. Bring everything back down. Curve the back, push the shoulders to the front. Bring everything back down. And now on the next one, we're going to hold it there for 10 seconds. Push the back up. Really round, really round as much as you can, like a cat. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. We'll do it one more time, and this time also really draw the navel in towards the spine as much as possible. Shoulders push to the front, the back curves, head drops. Pull the stomach in towards the spine into an even bigger curve for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. Sit back on the heels and bring the hands here into a diagonal behind you. Open the chest. And if you want to add a little bit to this, then flex the fingers as well. Really direct the center of the chest, the solar plexus to the front, opening up the chest mainly. If you find that you're really arching your lower back quite a lot, then keep your navel pulled in a bit more towards the spine to stabilize the lower back. Okay, and come back. Right, now let's take it to a mini handstand, pushing the hips up as high as possible. The main goal of the mini handstand is to round your back and to keep the shoulders stacked above the wrists. That is the most important part of this exercise. If you are unsure about where your shoulders are, then have a look in a mirror or maybe film yourself after this class to develop a feeling for where exactly your shoulders are stacked above the wrists. So let's get there together from a 4-point position here. Now peel the knees off the floor, step the right leg and the left leg in, and then push yourself up onto the toes, hips high. The neck is dropped, the back is very curved. Push into the fingers. Let's hold it here for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and come back down. Very, very good. Okay, one more time. Bring the arms here behind you. Flex the fingers, direct the chest to the front. Maybe this time you want to play with a different angle, bringing the arms more into a horizontal. You'll feel a stronger stretch here across the front of the shoulders. And then let's do the same thing one more time. And 4-point position. Peel the knees off the floor. Already round the back. Already push the shoulders into the floor. Step the feet in, push the hips high. Elevate the shoulders to your ears as much as possible and round the back. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, great. Very good. So one more time now. Walk the hands here to the front and the knees slightly back. Bring the shoulders down as low as possible and hold it here with me. Okay, great. And now let's do one last thing. We'll do one more hold of the mini handstand in a minute, but I want to do one exercise before here, introducing what comes next. So now peel the knees off the floor here, but don't step the legs in. Stay in this halfway downward facing dog here. And now I would like you to plant your left foot firmly onto the floor here. If you can bring the heel down, that's great. If you have to keep the heel slightly up, that's okay as well. And then lift the right leg off the floor and bring it up behind you into a 45-degree angle. And now I want you to look at your knee, make sure that it's straight, make sure that you're pointing that toe off the right foot. And just hold it here with me for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the knee very straight. Look at your knee. Is it straight? 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, bring the right foot down and then place it again firmly on the floor. Lift the left leg behind you. Look at your left knee. Straighten it. Look at your left toe. Point it. Hold it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come back down to the floor. Okay. So I would like you from now on to be very clear about where you are looking. When we do handstand practice positions, in general, I would like you to look in between your hands, in between the fingers, in between the thumbs. Unless I tell you to look at your knee, or unless I tell you to consciously take the chin to the chest, which can sometimes help with the shoulder opening. Other than that, strictly always look in between your fingers, okay? So now let's just do one more last mini handstand hold. These ones can be quite difficult, and the great thing about them is you can build strength for your inversions without actually being in an inversion. Yes, these ones definitely are great for building strength. Let's start again all together from a 4-point position. Peel the knees off the floor, walk the feet in, push up high, hips high, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Bring the heels to the floor. Walk the hands further back till your weight rests here on your feet. Bend the knees once. Compact tabletop surface, ribs lying on top of your thighs. Take hold of your elbows once. Place the hands back on the floor and then slowly roll up through every vertebra of the spine. Slowly rolling your spine up until you come back up to standing. Okay, very good. Let's do one arm stretch across the front as we do straight hook, shoulder down. You can keep your arm here. I sometimes like turn my hand as well here and hold it. Change sides. Straight elbow, hook, shoulder down, and pull the arm towards you. Release. Let's finish the class like we started it with arm circles. Left hand on right hip, elbow leads. Big circles. 1, 2, 3. To the front. Elbow leads. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Right hand on left hip, elbow leads for 1, 2, 3. Reverse. Elbow first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Shake the arms. I'm going to leave you with this. Just so you understand a bit more what we're doing, the big step for the body to go into an actual inversion is both confidence and strength. And it is quite it's a scary thing to lift the hips up above the shoulders. So in this week, we're going to work on exactly that step, lifting the hips up above the shoulders, which in terms of confidence and strength is something you need to have done before you then add the legs into the inversion, right? So we will work lots on this and then also use an elevation in the next days. Thank you so much for practicing with me again today in this second very exciting week.